Okay, so because, he's trying to discover and fulfill this heart part of his chakra, okay, or his heart right here, and he's probably been using maybe sex, okay, uh, to try to fulfill that area and was not able to do so, okay, because it's not easy, it's not hard for him to get a woman because of his vanity, the way he look, his beauty, but he's not communicating his heart to anyone. Now the next card we have here is the orange card, which is the sacral card, which is service. Okay, he does give a lot of service to his community, to things that he thinks is a worthy cause. Okay, he gives a lot of service to try to fulfill this heart. He feel like this is another way of fulfilling his heart. Okay, and because it's fulfilling to him, it is fulfilling to him, but yet he still feel unfulfilled in this heart area. He don't quite understand why. He still feel a certain sense of loss. Okay, you see this person here grieving a sense of loss. And this card also represent someone leaving this earth without leaving legacy, okay, or feeling like they're not able to leave legacy. Oh, Chris. Okay. So, but he really needs to really think about it, okay? Because this card also represents you may not leave legacy in a traditional way, like with children, that way, but the service that you give this earth, the service that you give the people around you, will be a legacy that you will leave. But his main concern is he wants to leave a legacy when it comes to family, okay? Because he feel like he don't. I see him feeling like he's alone when it comes to family. I don't know. I know he got family, but he feeling a sense of, you see, this person is in the bed on a deathbed. Okay, they leaving, and then we have two people that's already passed that they're thinking about, and this one person just sitting there by themselves. So I don't know if these people have left the earth physical as his family, or he had to put them out of his life for him to find his peace. Because sometimes you have to eliminate family to find your peace, even though they're still here. So he do have to forgive some family. He do have some family issues here that he need to heal, and he feel like he's healing those things by offering service. Okay, but then he feel like he's not leaving a legacy. He's not able to leave a legacy. Okay, but he is because of the service. You see, and then but he's trying to connect with his heart chakra. Okay, he may be at this point, he may be trying to, instead of leading with sex, he's trying to refrain from sex. He's probably not having sex now. He probably even doing celibacy, probably. Okay, because he know he's a beautiful man, but he wants something that's deeper than that. He don't want somebody to just be into him because he's a good looking man, and he wants to be able to communicate that, but he's not able to communicate that. And when he do, he probably come out as a hole. Okay, so let's break some of these cards down. Well, I think I just broke it down, but let me try again. Let me see. Let me put some clarification on top of the clarification. Yeah. So yeah, he is definitely going through a transformation right now. He's right now trying to he's yeah, so he's not speaking his truth. So like I said, he probably be in the room, but he's the man in the room that's not doing a lot of talking. Or if he is doing a lot of talking, he's just doing a lot of talking for show. Just for show. But not really saying anything too deep. But he'd rather say, he'd rather show his kindness through service. Okay, so he's trying to bridge the gap between him being a victim and forgiving his family, or forgiving the people in his past that did not catch him when he was reaching out to them, who did not, catch him, who made him fall. Okay, because when you're on the tightrope, you have to trust the people that you're reaching out to in totality. You have to really trust them in totality. So he's trying to bridge the gap between his brow chakra and his heart chakra. Okay, bridge it together with the throat chakra by speaking his truth. Okay, and how he's going to do that? By forgiving the people that hurt him in the past, and not being a victim, and understanding that he's not a victim. He's got past this. Okay, so it made him a stronger person, not a weaker person. And sometimes when you look at yourself as a victim, you look at yourself as weak. And you was just a child then, Chris. So you wasn't weak. You was just small and vulnerable. But just think about it. As a small child, you overcame that. That's 100% strength. When a baby can overcome all the hurt and pain that you went through, that you had to go through as a child, and you still here, you're a strong man, that is strength, okay? So he's trying to bridge the gap between that. Now, when it comes to him discovering his heart, connecting his heart, and him connecting heart with sex, okay? It's like he's beyond the illusion of that. He knows that it's all an illusion. He knows that sex does not equal happiness. Sex does not fulfill your heart, okay? So he's not even on that level right now. When it comes to sex and being a victim, he's trying to correct that by, he's trying to correct the dysfunction that's going on in his brow chakra, okay, which is the forgiveness. Remember, he's over here trying to heal that. He needs to heal that. So he's trying to bridge that together, and that's why I think he's being celibate right now, okay? Because he understanding that that's not the way to try to fulfill his heart. He's beyond that. And see, this person having abundance by meditating, by being in the meditative state, it's like he manifests more in his life when he's doing more of a self-discovery, when he does a self-discovery. Okay, so we do have experience in here. It's like he's experiencing a new, deeper part of himself right now, versus just the pretty face. He don't want to be just that pretty face. Okay, he wants to be of service to somebody. He wants to have he want to be deeper than that. Okay, he just like a woman don't want to just be labeled as a pretty face. She wants you to look at her as somebody that's intelligent and smart. He wants that too, but he wants to leave a legacy behind. And this is something that just came to him out of the blue, like a thunderbolt. Like, he probably went his whole life not thinking about stuff like this, but now he's at the age he's thinking about this. Okay, and it's like came to him all of a sudden. I don't know what happened in his life that made this realization just come to him, and it came to him in a rough type of way. It didn't even come to him in an easy, like, meditation type of way. It came to him in such a rough way that he was forced to meditate. He was forced to get his life together, okay, and become of service instead of being this person that's all about vanity and look, okay? Because with this workaholic card, okay, there is a transformation, okay? Maybe when he, the next jobs if he takes job, it's going to be something with depth, okay? But I still see superhero here. So, but there's a transformation, a spiritual transformation that's going on with him. That's probably why he's not. I see him doing more service and combining service and work together. Okay, something that he can do of service and work, and putting them together. Okay, so let's see, what's the prescription we need to do? Cause it's like he's doing the work. And if you go to his Instagram, it's just him and his dog, and service work. Okay, so the cards are not lying. So he is doing the spiritual work right now. Let's see what else he needs to do. Yep, he's refraining from sex for real. Okay, he's sacrificing some things. Okay, and I think it's sex. He's refraining. Okay, right over here where I'm saying he's being celibate. He don't want to be chosen because of his looks. It says this is happening for me, not to me. So he's refraining. Yeah, he's definitely pulling himself back. Like, you can't just get him because he's a beautiful man. You got to look past that. You got to actually look in this man's eyes and see more than that, okay? Because there's a divine flow. He needs to release and let this divine flow happen to him. That's happening right now. Because remember, he did not let it come freely. It was forced upon him. It happened like it was a hurtful moment that happened that forced him to this transformation. So he needs to allow it to flow now at this point. It says, eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the tail, the divine flow, at all cost. At all costs. Okay, either willingly or unwillingly. But you're going to follow the divine flow that's supposed to be going in your life right now. That led him into service. to doing all this service stuff right now. It's like it took him from his trying to be, leading with his beauty to now. And I ain't saying he led with his beauty, but he is a good looking man. And every role he playing a good looking guy. But I feel like he wanted something. He wanted something more than that. He saw what people saw. He saw what everybody was seeing when they saw him, and just a beautiful face. And he said he more than that. I mean, just look at his eyes. You can see. Okay, but that led him into service. Okay, something happened that he probably fell to his knees and started praying. Like, if you get me through this, if you get me through this pain, this hurt that's happening in my life, I'm going to be more of service. I'm going to be more of value to people around me. Okay, I'm going to allow the flow of God to happen to me, or the flow of divine to come through me for this transformation. Because he had to sacrifice something to receive this. There was a sacrifice that was made from him. It says sometimes surrender is painful. What did I tell y'all? Sometimes surrender is painful because it was not easy for him. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Maybe some type of addiction was cut from his life as well. Obsession or something that he had that the divine had to force him to let go. And he let it go, honey. He fell to his knees. He fell to his knees and started being of service to people. Okay. And by being of service to people, he started to open up his heart. And no longer wants to be the victim. So that's the soul therapy for Chris Evans. I see Chris Evans putting in his work, even though it was forced upon him, but he's putting in that work, and I'm proud of you. Okay, good for you, Chris. Because most people, well, yeah, you was forced into it, but the divine don't mind forcing you. Okay, when he knows it's for your better good. Some things have to be sacrificed, and it was painful. It was only painful because you wouldn't do it in the proper way, or it's gonna be painful. This is something that's probably gonna happen, but I feel like the way you're going right now, it's already happened. This painful situation has already happened, and he's on his way to transform and to be this better person that he wants to be. Okay, and healing his heart. He has to learn how to speak his truth. Okay, right now he's being a service to people. Okay, and not longer leading with sex. It's no longer sex and vanity for him. Okay, because he wants to heal his heart. He wants somebody to love him for him, and somebody that he can be with, okay? Somebody he can trust, that eventually he can leave a legacy with, a real legacy, one with children and of service, okay? So that's going to conclude the soul therapy of Christopher Robert Evans. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next reading. Talk to you later. Bye.